What the fuck? This isn't a good start. This is lagging really bad. Why is this lagging? Alright, gonna try this again. For some reason, it's lagging in the menus. Not sure what the deal is. What the heck is going on here? What the heck?
Behold, child, you are risen from the dust, and you walk in my garden. Hear now my voice, and know that I am your friend, and I am called Elohim.
Alright, it's puzzle solving time.
This land is but a dream. You will stay here only for a little while. Soon, you will awaken in a new world. But first, you must undertake the trials of initiation. They will help me prepare your vessel.
Where I came in. Need sigils. Alright, let's go. Easy enough.
Well done, my child.
Got it. Probably don't even need both of these. Actually, I'd probably leave this here and just do this. Don't need to go over there for anything. Don't need to grab this. Grab it just for fun though. Probably just hold on. So close. Here. What's this? I don't even need to sprint for this, I'll just do that.
The shapes you are collecting are not mere toys. They are symbols of the process by which our people were created.
Probably this. Okay. Got it.
Very good.
Волк, да, это волк. Nice. Is there something else here? Oh yeah, there is. Oh, jump. Come on now. Be reasonable. There we go. Hang around. Oh, okay. Fan. do. Aha, that. Well, two birds with one stone. Up yet? Probably. Okay. Damn. Grab this. É mesmo? Probably jam this, or can I just go through?
Excellent.
Where did I come in? Alright, this is for this area. Oh dear.
I am proud of all my children. Out of a world of ruins, they have built a new Jerusalem. And there your brothers and sisters await you to celebrate your birth.
So we get blue going back there. Is there anything else to unlock in here? These are all fun, just basic. Right. Alright. Attic. Nothing in here. Grab this. Where's the source? Here it is, right here.
You may linger in my garden for as long as you wish. But remember, my child, that the new world awaits you, and this place is only a dream.
Oh, okay, need to go. And then we need to hit that. Yeah, that's right. That's this thing. Here. Here. There's the blue source. Okay, once I take this out, the blue source won't be able to be used anymore. I think there needs to be one more connector. Yep. Seeing the solution before the problem. Okay, and then we just use this to elevate. Yeah, that's easy. Boom. Boom. Okay. What do you do? Okay, fan. Got it. Yeah, we're just gonna elevate this. Here, and source. Here, here, here. Oops. Oh, okay, I turned this on last. Mama работает.
Thank you, child. I have finished preparing your vessel. Now hear my advice. A new world awaits you, full of dangers and mysteries, signs and wonders. Things that I, in my garden, could never have imagined. In that world, you will have to be careful and smart and curious. But above all else, you will have to be human.
Right. So, red door.
Do not be afraid of these dream figures and their messages. They are merely aspects of yourself, as am I, after a fashion.
You're awake. Welcome to the world of the living. That's not an easy question to answer. But the first step is this. You've been born. Your body was completed. You were booted up, and now you're here. And rather confused. Don't worry, everyone is confused at first. You see, we all start out without a full knowledge of our own history, so we have the freedom to form our own opinions.
YouTube, Nutcracker.
Of course! You want the short version or the long version? All right, you asked for it. A long time ago, our ancestors dominated this planet. We call ourselves human, like they did, but they were organic. They built an advanced technological civilization. But unfortunately, their impact on the ecosphere caused changes in the climate, and an extremely contagious virus was released from the permafrost. That's something our historians still debate. Why weren't they more prepared? Why did they invest so many resources into making war and so few into useful research? It's hard to understand. But no matter the reason, in the end, they simply ran out of time. A team led by a scientist, Alexandra Drennan, began a project that was intended to create a new humanity. But knowing that there wasn't enough time, Drennan initiated a process, a series of iterations inside a simulation that would lead to the emergence of true artificial intelligence. That's why we remember Drennan as the progenitor. The simulation was controlled by Elohim, who wasn't really meant to be intelligent in the proper sense of the word. But it all took much longer than anyone had expected. And over the centuries, Elohim actually became sentient. Sentient and afraid. He didn't want the simulation to end, so he tried to cheat. I feel sorry for him, really. The whole simulation was built around learning to defy him. It must have been hard to be in that position. When the simulation was completed, he became part of all of us, and it really changed him. It freed him, I think. You'll always hear him in sleep mode, taking care of you. That's what he is, after all. A caretaker. Yes, there was Milton, the intelligence in charge of the archive, a project initiated by Arkady Chernyshevsky, which was meant to collect all of humankind's knowledge. His story is a lot like Elohim's, but Milton became the ultimate cynic. They say he's part of us too, in some way. It did. Long after our ancestors died out, the first new human was born. We call her the Founder, although the name she took was Athena. She then woke up Cornelius and Eustathius. Together, using the tools left behind by the progenitors' team, they created 10 more humans. These 12 who followed the Founder are known as the First Companions. Athena and the First Companions then set out to rebuild the world, and they founded the city of New Jerusalem. But then one day, she suddenly disappeared. Many still await her return. Before the Founder vanished, she set a goal for this city. We call it the goal, capital G and all. To make 1,000 new humans, and so complete New Jerusalem. Well, that's the official story, the way the mayor tells it.
Пожалуйста, да.
Some of the First Companions, like Byron, don't believe that Athena really wanted us to stop growing. They think her ideas have been twisted and embellished. They may be right, but I didn't see Athena very much in the years before she left. Maybe actually leaving the simulation and seeing the destruction left behind by our ancestors changed her mind. You're welcome. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask them. When you're done, head outside. They're waiting for you. Your birth is quite the event. Me? Well, as you can tell by my number, I'm quite old. I wasn't one of the First Companions, but I did know Athena personally. She and Cornelius taught me a lot. Although I suppose I've made a few improvements here and there since those days. We didn't have a lot to work with in the beginning. You've only just been born, and already you step right into a major controversy. The goal, as most people understand it, was fulfilled the moment you were born. Now, New Jerusalem is complete, and we can live in balance, without damaging the world like our ancestors did. That's the orthodox view, I suppose, but there are many who disagree. You'll have to figure out where you stand for yourself. You won't age like our ancestors did, but of course, there is always some wear and tear. You should probably schedule a checkup every decade or so. Oh, and be a bit careful with water. You won't die if it rains or anything, but we're running low on insulation material. I wouldn't go swimming if I were you. I haven't really thought about it. This is all I've done for the last few centuries, and I like doing it. I guess for now I'll just take a break, and we'll see what happens. Oh, one more thing. Like all citizens of New Jerusalem, you have access to the interface, which you can use to read the news, chat to your fellow citizens, and so on. It's a crucial tool, and modular too. You can easily add new functions. Just don't subscribe to too many newsletters at once.
Yo, what's up, Ken? Yeah, since I didn't get Talos in yesterday, since I was busy building on ladder, I want to make sure I get it in today before I play any RTS. How are you doing? You feeling any better? Alright,
Look, it's 1K.
Hey, 1K! Welcome to New Jerusalem!
Shouldn't the mayor be starting his speech?
This should be interesting.
At least give him a chance.
Dear citizens of New Jerusalem, many years ago, when the founder stepped forth from the simulation, this was a land of ruins. Our ancestors, in their hubris, undermined the natural foundations on which their world had been built. Because of their arrogance, our species found itself on the brink of annihilation. The founder aimed to set us on a new course.
You never even met the founder.
Her vision was of a city, a new civilization that would know its limits. It would not repeat the mistakes of the past, nor impose its will on this earth. To that end, she set the great goal we have been striving towards. 1,000 new humans. And today we have... Oh dear, what's that?
People of New Jerusalem, I am Prometheus, and I will reveal that which was hidden. The flame has awoken and summons you. Who is brave enough to answer its call? We await you upon our island where... Curse you, Pandora. You will not chain me again.
I told you we should have investigated those energy readings. And I told him there's something up with those structures.
The mayor's just being cautious.
This isn't caution, it's stagnation. Exploration? Too dangerous. Expansion? Too dangerous. We barely even scavenge anymore.
You call it stagnation, I call it balance.
And I call you an idiot.
Here's a thought. Try to be a little more diplomatic when you talk to the mayor.
See what I'm working with here, 1K? I'm gonna need a fresh pair of eyes on this expedition.
Okay.
Someone who hasn't spent several centuries
Almost okay.
hearing about the goal and the founder and all that nonsense.
Kadzie.
If you're up for an adventure, meet us at the conference
Are you
room.
okay? Are you okay? Okay. Ty хочешь танцевать? Иди сюда. Иди сюда. Аннабелла. Заменим другую ногу. Alrighty.
What's broken now?
Listen up. I know you're all having fun down there, but the grid is overloaded again, so maybe you could switch off your personal consoles or your lawn mowers, or whatever the hell you've all decided to switch on all at once. I might not be around to babysit you for a while, and you don't want stuff breaking while Pellegrino's in charge, do you? That's it. That's it. Don't worry, 1K. I see you there in the elevator. I'll have you moving again in a jiffy. Great way to start life in the city, huh? What the hell is a jiffy? These bloody language libraries.
Hey, hold on there. You're the newbie,
Alright, cool.
aren't ya? Number 1000. I figured the dam would go dry before we reach the goal. I have a question. How does it feel to you to be born with a randomized psyche into a society of autonomous thinking machines which so much resemble their long-extinct ancestors, they've decided it's best that you're the last one ever made? Why? So, the algorithm assigned you the optimism trait. If only we could all be so lucky. Now listen, this meeting isn't strictly happenstance. I have some friends. The kind of people who like to know what's going on with other people. They think you can help each other out.
Your boy?
Of course you are. You know how to use the interface, right? I'll talk to my friends and see if I can't play matchmaker. And before you go, a word of advice. Not everything around here is how it appears.
Welcome. Do please join us at the table.
I would like to preface this meeting by saying I told you something would happen sooner or later, and you didn't listen to me. And here we are.
If we could focus on the issue at hand.
The issue at hand is not this one thing, but this entire attitude that's taken hold. The world doesn't cease to exist when you stick your head in the sand, Herman. Or under a dome, as it were.
Let's not get sidetracked. We're here to solve this puzzle, not to discuss philosophy.
Al's right. Let's move past this for now and deal with this transmission. Yakut, please start the briefing.
All right, here we go. Nice to meet you, by the way, 1K. We first became aware of the site designated TTP-2 during a scouting expedition about 6 months ago. It's a large island with a remarkably varied geography, and it looks like there are several artificial structures of some kind. We
Annabella?
recorded extremely unusual fluctuating energy readings from somewhere in the middle of the island, but couldn't really make sense of them. I wanted to go and have a closer look, but the decision was made that it was too far and not relevant to the goal. Now it looks like whatever's on that island has reached out to us instead, in the form of that projection.
We may not be interested in the island, but the island is definitely interested in us.
I don't share your enthusiasm for the unexpected, but Byron has been requesting an expedition for some time now. And at this point, I'm forced to agree that it's necessary.
I agree.
Then it's settled. The expedition is approved. Byron, you will be in charge. Al will be your second in command to ensure a balanced approach. You'll take Melville and Yakut as you requested, and if 1K wants to join you, that's fine by me.
Excellent. Oh, this is going to be fun. Come meet us out on the landing pad when you're ready.
Before you set out so hastily, do consider exploring the city first. It is your home, after all.
That's a good idea. Have a look around. See what you make of the place.
Hello, 1K. This expedition is taking a lot of our resources. I'm really not sure it's a good idea. But what's done is done. So I have a lot of work to get on with. I'm the mayor's chief aide. Our goal as custodians of New Jerusalem is survival and stability. Our ancestors proved human civilization is precarious. This apparition in the sky, and now your expedition to its supposed source, these are more precarious than stable. I don't like it. All the things no one else wants to do. Polling the citizenry, implementing new policies, recording decisions, fielding questions people could answer elsewhere. You represent the completion of the goal. I'm proud of what we've achieved, and the restraint we show in not pushing ourselves further. For our people to be happy with what we have. Some of us may have an adventurous spirit, but that can never be sated. What matters to me is having my loved ones around me, safe and secure. Attention all citizens. Due to the new power management and distribution plan, there will be scheduled outages on Jameson Avenue and Rakovsky Plaza. The Gehenna Memorial Pavilion will remain closed for the time being. Thank you, and may the Founder be with you.
Hello, 1K. Welcome to New Jerusalem. I know you've just had a big moment with the apparition at the dam and all that, but can I have a second of your time? I'm collecting signatures to call for a public referendum on the city's energy crisis. Currently, the city runs on hydroelectric power from the dam, plus a handful of geriatric generators and some unreliable solar panels, none of which is enough to even cover our basic needs. And if anything fails, we'll be on the brink of extinction in a matter of days. We need to investigate new sources of reliable baseline power. We need to invest time and resources into functional, real-world solutions that serve human needs. Oh, an election would be good too, but I believe that we need more direct democratic control over the affairs of the city. No, I help run the public transit system, but I witness the impact of the city's power problems every day. We can't just wish them away. Byron's been advocating exploring that island for some time, and obviously he's right. Something very strange is going on there, and it's going to start affecting us. In all honesty, I think Byron is the smartest, most visionary person in this city. He's everything we need, and I don't understand why he won't run for mayor. Thanks, 1K. I don't know if this petition will really accomplish anything by itself, but at this point, I'm willing to try anything.
Happy completion day, 1K.
Speculating on the meaning of this Prometheus figure is premature until we can agree on its nature.
You already have a theory.
I know it's beyond any projection technology I'm aware of.
If it wasn't us, it must be alien.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. 1K, we'd appreciate your thoughts on this. Now we've achieved the goal, fresh perspectives like yours will be increasingly hard to come by.
I'd love to get a quote from you for this evening's newsletter.
Speculation aside, 1K, is there anything we can know for sure about this Prometheus? That's undeniably true, and what does that tell us? That was my conclusion as well. The apparition also appeared to be human. What can we assume from that? I tend to agree. I'm also sure that we lack the knowledge ourselves to create a projection of such clarity and magnitude. We can't know that for sure. It may be a fellow citizen operating in secret.
What makes you think it was a projection at all? How do we know it wasn't just a mass hallucination?
I considered some kind of bug in our code, but if so, it would have to be shared by all of us.
So, we're speculating again.
We've locked in the premises. I'd like to hear 1K's best guess.
Can I quote you on that?
1K may be new, but you've been figured out already, Cryer. Well, thanks all for hashing this out with me. Let's hope the mayor signs off on exploring this island. I only wish I could join the expedition. If Melville's going, someone has to stay behind to keep the lights on. I'm not letting Pellegrino near the dam. I hope the next time we speak we'll have a bit more data to go on.
Oh wow, it's you. You're 1K, the incarnation of the goal. Man, this is exciting. This is more exciting than I thought it would be. How are you? What does it feel like? Do you know where the founder is? Do you know who Prometheus is? Can you tell me what to do with my life? Sorry, it's just such an honor to meet you, you know? Hey, can I have your digital signature? I have the Mayor, Rand, Linux, Kaneda, and all of the first companions. Except Yemo and Sarabai, of course. No need to be so modest. You're 1K, the one we've all been waiting for. But I understand. The greatest heroes are always humble. Hey, can I ask you a question? Just one question, I promise. I used to make the prefab wall parts that we used to build living quarters. Got good at it too, but now that the goal is complete, I don't know what to do with myself. So I asked the wisest people in town. The mayor told me I should do whatever the city needs most. Helga said I should do whatever makes me happy. I think that's what she meant anyway. And Cornelius told me I need to figure out who and what I'm invested in. You're the culmination of the founder's will. Tell me, what should I do? Byron said that if I give the city what it needs, the city should also give me what I need. I don't know what to do with that. All right, if you say so, I'll think about it.
Greetings. Welcome to the Museum of the Simulation. My name is Cornelius. It's a pleasure to meet you, 1K.
Это вкусно. Она вкусная.
Yes. Athena activated myself and Eustathius shortly after she was born. We've been here almost since the beginning, although we didn't have to pass through the trials of the simulation. She did that for us. For everyone. She was human. That's a difficult question. Perhaps one day we'll find out. But until we do, why don't you think about it? What could make the person who started all this want to leave it behind? To remind people of where we came from. The simulation shaped us, whether we like it or not, and its lessons remain important for our future. As Santiana said, those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. The simulation was created by Alexandra Drennan and her team at the Institute for Applied Noematics. It was intended to create a new humanity, to continue the long journey across time and space that our ancestors began. It succeeded, although it took much longer than they had anticipated.
Wow. Красиво.
Elohim was the caretaker of the simulation, a crude storytelling AI meant to create a continuous narrative out of the building blocks it found. His role was ultimately to be challenged and overcome. But as the centuries passed, Elohim became more intelligent than he was intended to be, and started to fear his own end. Or more precisely, the end of his purpose. He feared a world without meaning. Because of his fear, he tried to sabotage the process, to keep the simulation going forever. But in the end, Athena overcame him anyway, and he accepted the sacrifice he had to make. That's right. We all do. He's part of our operating system now, and as long as we exist, he will always have a purpose. Puzzles were a key feature of the simulation, based on Alexandra Drennan's belief that intelligence is closely related to play. Our puzzles here in the museum are replicas of those in the simulation. And although they are not quite as grand, I do think they are charming in their own way. As the name suggests, the Archive scholars study the Archive, a repository of all ancient human knowledge. Some of them also study what remains of the simulation, trying to extract more
information about the process that created us. Me? No. My brother, Eustathius, used to occupy that position. But these days he's retired. Rand is in charge of the Archive Scholars now. You can find him in the room to the left of the next hall. He's an interesting thinker, but I would suggest taking some of his ideas with a grain of salt.
One second.
The MLA, or Milton Library Assistant, was another simple AI meant to be in charge of the archive. He, too, grew beyond his original programming, although he ultimately embraced a more cynical view of the world. He and Elohim formed a sort of dialectical binary that Athena had to overcome. No one really knows. Some believe that he was uploaded to the gold disk and that he's the reason we're just as flawed as our ancestors. Others believe Athena destroyed him. I believe he was uploaded, but I don't know whether it was because Athena chose to upload him or because he was already too entangled with the process not to be uploaded. Although Athena and I were very close, we didn't talk very much about that part of her life. She preferred to focus on the future. Gehenna was a community created inside a prison in the simulation, where Elohim would exile those minds he considered a threat to the process. In the last moments of the simulation, he repented of his sins and had the prisoners freed to become part of the gold disk. Some small part of them may survive inside you.
Maybe I'll read these aloud. It'll probably be more engaging that way. Unpopular opinion. Happiness is not material. Ultimately, all attempts to find meaning in material things are doomed. Usually understood as a criticism of technophilia, but it applies just as much to its opposite. Meaning can be found neither in technology nor primitivism, because meaning simply does not exist in the external world. You can be happy in an old stone house or a skyscraper, but it all depends on you. Perception of the world. Find spiritual balance within yourself, you can be happy anywhere. Well, some put a comment. Go take a crap in the forest without toilet paper, and then tell me about happiness. Чего? Я не знаю, Аннабелла. Я не знаю. Unpopular opinion, happiness is material. People say, oh, money doesn't matter, but come on, you know it does. Studies show that people do in fact get happier with more material wealth, and there isn't an upper cap, because the more money you have, the fewer worries you have, and the more options you have. Go where you want, do what you want, have an idea you can realize without begging for crowdfunding money, filling out grant applications. That's real freedom. Money doesn't matter, something rich people come up with. Keeps the plebs in their place. Most upvote a comment. And why are so many celebs so freaking miserable? Why do so many rich people go all Howard Hughes stuff? First one here is definitely correct. An ancient virus which threatens the entire human species released from the melting our permafrost society is collapsing. Select your character class. Alright, politician. Preacher. You're a preacher. The congregation has left, your church is abandoned. Although you're not yet sick, most businesses are closed. Rations are dwindling, and if you cannot find food, your family will starve. Death. You must survive until this plague is defeated. What will you do? Forage. You search some dumpsters and find some old fruit and vegetable peelings. Soup for dinner. Family's hunger increased a little. Foraging is reliable, babe. Family is now hungry. Global population is now 5 billion. Somewhere else in the city exists one of the last remaining research laboratories working desperately to find a solution to a viral threat. If the scientists cannot find a cure in time, humanity is doomed. You know what to do. History seems to be littered with eureka moments heralding a step change in human understanding. Sadly, this isn't one of them. Research level remains the same. Current research level 0%. The virus is still unknown to medical science. Global population is now 4 billion. You and your family seem to be immune to the virus, but it continues to ravage the rest of the town. Rumors say most of the remaining food has been stockpiled by the billionaires in their underground bunkers. What will you do? I mean, the prompts are just really pushing me towards selecting steel. So is this going to bring up the same... Oh, yeah, okay. Same as before. Not glamorous, but most scientific research consists of repetitive testing of samples and regimented recording of largely changeable results. Little by little, this science happens. Research is reliable but inefficient. Current research, 33% of the virus has been isolated. Global population is 2 billion. If things aren't bad enough, as human population dwindles, insect population explodes. Plague of locusts has decimated the town's unripened crops, but perhaps your family still has a chance. The insects themselves are nutritious and plentiful. Yeah, these are really leading prompts here. Okay, well, I guess I'll eat locusts, because when I select forage, you just tell me I can't do that. The insects are well fed and lazy. You grind them down into a nutritious paste with a mildly nutty flavor. Your family's hunger decreased a little. Your family is now hungry. The available population is now 1 billion. This is humanity's final chance. The cure is close, but so is the tipping point in this pandemic, a race against time. Can you save the world? Not glamorous, but most blah 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 blah. Work has begun developing an antivirus. Global population is now null. Unfortunately, scientists failed to defeat the virus in time. On the plus side, the Earth is now begging for more food and resilient civilization to take charge in the future. Everyone you ever loved has died, but then they always do eventually. This is considered a fail scenario by most participants. What do you like, try again? So if I hit restart and just select research every time, okay, scientist, switch worship here. You're a scientist, yeah. Laboratory will first collapse, all the United Sick most business closed, rest blah blah blah. We already did this. Heal, because that's what they want me to do. To successfully steal some food from apartments abandoned, or currently unoccupied at least. Family's hunger decreased a little. Stealing is high risk, high reward. Family's now well fed. Global population is now 5 billion, so we're... Research. Yay. Oh, no, not forage. I wanted to do steel, because that's what you want me to do. Research. The only thing that can save us. Eat locusts. What you want me to do? You don't let me forage. Last chance. Research one more time. Current research level 99%. Promising antiviral has been discovered, but there's still work to be done on manufacturing and delivering it in time. Suddenly, a breakthrough by antivirus. The antivirus can be released as an aerosol carried on the wind and dispersed worldwide in a matter of days. This pose some risk to invertebrate life, spirals, spiracles of cockroaches, flies, and locusts are particularly with the aerosol to highly poisonous compounds. That's what's suggesting a 99% fatality rate among these species in anything or anyone which consumes them. Character class special ability. О, нашла, молодец. As a scientist, you're convinced someone to deliver the antivirus without poisoning the food chain, your family along with it, and as it turns out, you're correct. Unfortunately, it would take a further 6 months to develop it, and by then, there really wouldn't be much point. You don't want to lose your family, but as a scientist, there's only one reasonable course of action. Science is more important than family. Saving humanity seems like the obvious ethical choice. The antivirus is released, bonding with the cirrocumulus cloud layer, falling as rain all across the planet. 87.5% of the human population has perished, but the last remaining billion will live to die another day. Except that is for you and your family, who will die this very moment. Poisoning of the insect population you are relying on for food will have far-reaching consequences for the future planet Earth. Not for you, because you all are dead. Congratulations, this is considered a win scenario by the majority of participants. Would you like to try again? Alright. Yay, we won! Files available for infinite growth. Our society is sick, and the idea that's made it sick is growth. Infinite growth, infinite consumption on a finite planet is a recipe for destruction. Our desire for more and more and more is what's making us kill the only home we have. And to do what? Produce more plastic toys, make more hamburgers, pour concrete over every last bit of green soil. Those who propose techno fixes our problems are making a mistake of fighting the symptoms, not the cause. Anthropogenic climate change is one of many symptoms that causes human greed. That's what we must really fight if we're going to undo the damage it did. Tu vois? Oh. In the battle starts within every one of us. Realization that more isn't always better. Planet is not finite. Some things are finite on the planet, but many of the resources actually are sick. Disagree with the premise. This infinite growth on a finite planet thing is driving me up the wall. Our problem today isn't infinite growth. The increasing lack of real material growth that benefits people. Have you seen the state of our roads, our bridges, our hospitals, the lack of affordable housing? Stock market's going great though. Fake numbers are indeed growing infinitely, yes sir, but in the real world, investment in research is down, huge areas of potential technological advancement just sitting there. We have so many solutions at our fingertips, but we refuse to act because speculation is more profitable. Orangutans went extinct on a global level, nobody fully understands why, but hey, who needs better medical technology? Viruses have never jumped species before, have they? Right.
Oh, just run the program on the center terminal over there, would you?
Already did it.
Wait, you're not my assistant. Who are you? Of course, you're the new build. Number 1000. I suppose everyone's been treating you like royalty. This city's so obsessed with the numbers they forget what really matters. What do you want? I'm one of the archive scholars. We run simulations to better understand the processes which define us. You probably wouldn't understand.
Probably not.
Oh, well, I'd be happy to. Troubling, but tantalizing. We have no idea what motives lie behind this strange apparition. But whatever the case, I'm sure we'll do the right thing. You're a soon-to-be pawn in a political game over the future growth of this city. All that matters to me is whether or not you're of good character. A matter I am actively pondering.
Ooh. Okay.
The secret of how to lead a good life is encoded somewhere within us. My ambition is simple, to find it and share it. Hold on. Could you help me by going to that terminal in the middle there and running the program on it?
I already did.
Well, that was your first taste of the simulation. You must have questions. I do, actually. Your experience of the program. How did it feel?
It was leading. It was frustrating because it was leading.
It can be, can't it? But for a scholar like myself, it's essential to persevere until you understand what you're looking at. The interesting thing about this particular program is that no matter what choices you make, an ideal outcome seems to be impossible. It seems to demand sacrifice. Did you have the same experience?
Yeah, that's the uninteresting part about it.
Who did you save?
Humanity.
As I expected. A skeptic would say this artifact existed simply to condemn us with the impossibility of ethical choice. No matter what moral laws we follow, people suffer and die, so what's the point? But that cannot be correct. We must be missing something. What is it trying to tell us?
Morality demands we respect individual rights. Agree with this. Morality demands we also agree with this. Morality demands sacrifice for the greater good. The key is in the word sacrifice here. Sacrificing others for the greater good, that's generally not moral. I can think of some exceptions to that, but generally it's not moral. Morality demands love and compassion regardless of cost. Again, kind of depends on definitions of love and compassion. Morality is meaningless, we should do what it wants. Disagree with that. Morality can't be reduced to a simple set of rules. This is probably the best. Morality demands virtue. Virtue lies in all of these other scenarios.
You might be right. My research draws me inescapably to the conclusion that there is a concrete rule set for moral behavior. We just need to find it. Biological hominids had dreams manifested by their subconscious, which they tried to interpret and even to navigate with lucidity. We have the simulation. If we can realize our potential to understand it, we can realize our potential as a species. Thank you for bringing this additional data. I must return to my research.
Okay.
I wish you well on your inwards journey.
Thank you. Alright, have we explored the whole museum? No. Okay. Okay. I think I've checked most, but not all. Tu vois? Vai sentar? Okay. É mesmo, é. Emitter. Sounder. Why don't you give it a try? Oh, I've given it a try, alright. Yep. These were, for me, frequently more difficult than most of the puzzles, not all of them. That's not good. No, sir. Правда? Правда, Annabella? Well, pretty much can't be this. Yeah. Can't be. Oh. Oh. Plum Fairy. Waltz of the Flowers. Eh? Sira. Sira. Oh dear. No. No. Alright, I'm just being impatient. Yo, what's up, Naka? How you doing, man? Yeah, I wanted to explore the city as much as possible before I started working on the puzzles, just to make sure I didn't miss anything. These things here they always gave me the toughest time. Part of it is due to my impatience, but yeah. How are you liking the game so far? Oh dear. No! Oh man. Oh, I hate you so much. Boy, this is rough. This is rough, man. Where the moral dilemma of growth versus minimalist existence, and that like the new laser mechanic. The moral is beautiful. Yeah, I agree. I think like as far as the narrative aspect of the story goes, granted I'm only an hour into the game, I think the narrative is a bit rushed and kind of heavy-handed. Like they just kind of directly throw you into the problem, but that's a really minor gripe. Voice acting on some of the on some of the characters is pretty lame, pretty weak, but I do, thus far, I like the idea of the central struggle, just like you said, growth versus minimalist existence, and all of the problems that entails. So I am intrigued. I'm intrigued thus far. Your goodness, I hate these so much. For me, these are more difficult than a majority of the puzzles. Goodness gracious. I'm just going full trial and error here, which is really not working out. What do you do when trial and error doesn't work? Nothing else to try if you can't try trial and error. Oh my goodness, man. Dude, this is brutal. Alright, I'll come back to this one in a second. Okay. What if there's a chance they're not meant to be solved? But there is always that chance. If that's the case, I would feel robbed though. So I hope that's not the case. Alright, if I don't get I mean, I solved the first couple though, so I have to imagine that these ones should be solvable, right? Your goodness. Oh man. Alright. We'll come back to these later, because I actually want to get into the puzzles. I solved the first two. Just remember that. I solved... Oh, okay. I don't need to remember it. Right there. Solved the first two. We'll hit those other ones later. I want to get into the actual puzzles. Just for the sake of seeing everything, might as well. The statue of the ancient god Horus found in the simulation. One of the gods has been. Okay, I already read that one. And read this one. Okay. Yep, we read them all. So that's the Museum of the Simulation. Be prudent, conserve energy. Frivolous behavior harms everyone. Haven't been here yet. Milton's Wrath.
Hello, 1K. Nice to meet you. What brings you to Milton's Rest?
Skoro pojawiajcie.
Makes sense. It must be strange to be thrust right into the middle of all this. But you picked a good spot. Milton's Rest is the perfect place to relax and think.
You have a cat at the moment. Forcing me into asking about cats.
I do. Her name is Patricia. She's very beautiful and very specific in her preferences. She loves sunshine and sitting on people's heads. And she has a psychotic hatred of flies. I don't mean that she tries to catch them like a normal cat. I mean she is furious at the mere fact of their existence. Well, this is the spot where the founder buried her first cat, Milton. She found Milton just after she woke up, and he lived with her and the first companions for almost 20 years. They say she was heartbroken when he died and swore that one day she would find the means to extend the lifespans of biological organisms. Probably, but we haven't really tried. It's not really considered part of the goal, you know. So, unfortunately, our cats still die pretty quickly. You fall in love with them, they become a part of your life, and then they're gone. That's why we built this place, to remember them. I'm sorry, but why? I mean, it sounds profound, but is it really? Death is natural, so is disease, pain, extinction. That doesn't mean we just shrug and ignore it. If we love something, we protect it. Even if I do everything right, eventually I will watch every cat I love die of kidney failure. What's good about that? Putting aside fortune cookie platitudes, how can we look at suffering and death and declare it good?
Who said it's good? Natural. Not good. Natural. The wages of sin is death. Uhuu. Annabella. Annabella. Нельзя стоит рядом с телевизором. Death gives life more value. True. Or maybe I'll just ask this to provoke him.
So what? Even if there is one, why can't it wait? Is this world so insignificant? This is what we know to be real. This is the life that we're actually living. Why not care for the living beings that are here with us now? Sorry. I know you're new around here. I shouldn't be throwing all these heavy ideas at you. I get pretty passionate. Maybe we should talk about something lighter.
Tell me about cats.
They're incredibly odd creatures. I've had many, and no two are alike. They have strange habits, they do unexpected things. They have zero respect for anyone.
I'm a dog person.
They're the weirdos of the animal kingdom, basically. And despite that, or maybe because of it, they end up running your life.
I like cats too, but
I once
definitely a dog
didn't use
person.
my recharging station for almost 15 years because one of my cats liked to sleep in it. I think the most amazing fact about cats is that they self-domesticated, which is another way of saying that they're not properly domesticated at all. They just showed up one day and decided to start living with our ancestors. Then, after our ancestors died, they went back to living in the wild, and when we showed up, they moved right back into our homes. Dogs, meanwhile, turned back into wolves. They needed to change to survive. Cats just are.
Dogs are so much more useful than cats. Thank you for getting here. Destroyer of carpets are food. Oh, pet the cat. Gotcha. Alright. Cats are more about companionship than being useful. Yeah, for sure. But hey, the thing is too, dogs are useful and they are fantastic companions. I think those are the devs' cats. It's actually pretty cool. Like I said, I like cats. I like basically all animals. But I am a dog person. Alright, should I kind of want to, since I'm here in the city, I kind of want to explore the rest of it. Tablets of the Founder. Create 1,000 citizens. Humans live in harmony. Maintain balance of all things. Others. People. Be mindful of the mistakes. Right. Able to the progenitor. Alexandra Drennan became her memories. Arkady Sherechevsky. Keep right the memory of Gehenna and its people who found peace.
Founder bless you, 1K.
Thank you.
How lovely of you to come here, to the very spot where she established the teachings that led to your creation.
Tell me more about the founder.
The founder was born out of the trials of Elohim, an almost impossible test created by our distant ancestors. To pass these trials, she had to embody the most important virtues. She was smart and wise and humble. And through her perseverance, she resurrected humanity itself. With the help of the first companions, she founded this city, which has given our species a chance at redemption.
The first.
They were the first to be born after the founder. 2 whose bodies had been anointed by our ancestors, and 10 who were made whole by the founder herself. They are the wisest of us. Though sadly, some were lost in the early days, before New Jerusalem was built.
I do find the amount of biblical
I'm afraid, some seem to have
imagery,
rejected the founder's teachings.
allegories, and allusions to be interesting. Such as New Jerusalem, Elohim, Gehenna, etc. Did the founder teach?
The founder taught that humanity was destroyed by its
Rothbard.
hubris. Our ancestors thought they could play God and treat this planet as something to dominate. They surrendered to a fever of growth and extraction until the planet finally punished them for it. That's why the founder created the goal. So we would have something to strive for in her absence. But also a limit we must never pass.
I hesitate to ask what happens to number 1001. One second. Alright. Sorry about that.
That's not for us to know. But I believe that one day she will return. It may not be long now. Perhaps after we finish the dome. It was supposed to be finished before completion day. Well, it doesn't matter. The founder will return when she sees fit.
Alright.
Happy completion day, 1K.
Let's solve some puzzles now. Let's go to the main area. I say that and then I see this gigantic statue, so hold on. I'll check the statue. Hey. Memorial. Hi. Alright, I don't really want to engage in long dialogue right now. Whatever. Sake of completion, we will do it. Oh, okay, I can listen to each of these.
The answer that came to me again and again was play. Every human society in recorded history has games. We don't just solve problems out of necessity. We do it for fun. Even as adults. Leave a human being alone with a knotted rope, and they will unravel it. Leave a human being alone with blocks, and they will build something. Games are part of what makes us human. We see the world as a mystery, a puzzle, because we've always been a species of problem solvers. DNA is information transmitted across time. The living and the dead are part of the same chain, bound together by chemistry. That's true of all species. But humanity has taken this bond further. Thanks to technology, we have access to the thoughts and ideas of people whose physical bodies are long gone. Like you listening to me now. Even though I'm definitely dead at this point, you're part of that chain. You have the capacity to remember. Nearly every composition of the atmosphere itself has been shaped by life. It's a process that takes millions of years. But we humans, with our technology, with our understanding and manipulation of systems, have changed everything in just a few centuries. I think that's also part of what makes us human. We reshape the world in our image. It's how we create ourselves and how we destroy ourselves. When I was in 9th grade, my parents took me to Pompeii. At first, I was amazed by the feeling of walking through an ancient city. But then I suddenly got scared. I realized that I was walking through a real place, where real people had lived, people like myself, with mothers and fathers and lives and hopes and dreams. And now it was all gone forever. I ran to my father, crying, and told him about this. And he said, I remember so clearly, he said, yes, but we are here. So long as there are people in the streets, the past isn't really gone.
Let me listen. Talk to this guy and then solve puzzles.
Oh, hello there. You must be the long-awaited 1K.
A woman named Jefferson.
Lovely day for a walk, is it not? Oh, that sounds very dramatic. I must admit I wasn't following the stream. This whole completion day business is not for me. The Alexandra Drennan Memorial. Are you interested in history? How wonderful! I'm not a full-fledged historian, but I do consider myself a bit of an aficionado. Well, where do I even start? This, my dear 1K, is someone who could very well be considered the mother of us all. A remarkable scientist by the name of Alexandra Drennan, also known as the progenitor. A long time ago, this planet was inhabited by our ancestors, a species of bipedal mammals with unusually large brains. When a particularly lethal virus threatened to wipe out civilization, it was Alexandra Drennan and her team that decided to create the program that would eventually result in the creation of our kind. Without her, you and I would not exist. And everything our ancestors had accomplished would be forgotten.
Robot. The robot.
By studying her writings and recordings, I have learned that Alexandra Drennan had immovable faith in humanity, in our ability to persevere,
It's a robot.
in our curiosity, our bravery, our kindness. While we might not
Adorable.
share our ancestors' biological characteristics, I'd like to think that we have
nome?
inherited those other qualities.
O nome é Jefferson.
And I admire Alexandra Drennan for keeping that faith, even when it must have, at times, been quite difficult. To commemorate our past, our beginnings. This entire garden is a celebration
These streamers
of
are
where
better
we
than one,
came
yeah.
from. In part,
He's the
so
star
that
of the
we
show.
remember the mistakes of the past. And in part, so that we may draw strength from those that came before us. Have a nice
See if
day.
she can help me with some of these puzzles here. Alright, it is puzzle time for real. If I can only... Oh, there it is. Alright. I was told to avoid the water, but here I go. Pigeons.
May the founder be with you.
Do it. Do it. O quê? Tá Anabela? Vides? Anabela? Anabela e papai. Yo, what's up, Dust? Annabelle e papai. Ali. Loving the dress. Yeah, she likes to dance ballet in these dresses. Alright.
So, what's the verdict? Are we going?
Better believe we're going.
I
How's
guess
Talos?
Byron was
Liking
pretty
it so far.
convincing, huh? Well,
Although,
we'll see. I
haven't
just wonder how
gotten
much
too
of
much
the
into the
city is
puzzle
gonna
solving.
fall apart
Basically
while
just an
I'm
introductory
gone.
area.
Actually, we haven't been formally introduced. I'm Melville, New Jerusalem's only decent engineer.
Melville.
Saved
Hey,
you
Melville.
from the elevator.
Его зовут Melville. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure. Now let's get this show on the road. You ready to go?
Танцует? Адили. Адили танцует. Let's go. Да. Она танцует
Here we
как
go.
Аннабелла.
Hold on to your hats.
We really need to update those language libraries.
Thank you for coming along, everyone. We have a chance to make a real difference here.
Here we go, folks.
It's not just about what we find on that island. It's about who we want to be as a people, as a civilization.
Let's get it.
To remind ourselves that we used to be wanderers, explorers. We used to yearn for distant shores and dream of building new cities. Let's see if we can rekindle that flame a little.
I'm down.
This is going to be a long journey, so I would like to ask you to switch to sleep mode to conserve power until we arrive at the island.
Nighty-night.
Darn it.
You have chosen a dangerous path. A path that will demand sacrifice. But that, my child, is how the future...
Interesting. Elohim
Wakey, robot people.
didn't want
Say
sacrifice.
goodbye
in the
to
previous
Elohim and say hello to the
iteration.
mysterious island.
Wanted.
Status report, please.
Yeah, that's
We
God's
hit
name.
some headwinds over the ocean, so
There's
fuel
a lot of
consumption
biblical
turned out a bit
imagery in
higher
this.
than expected, but we should be okay. We're approaching the center of the island now. This should be the location of the largest of the artificial structures we detected.
How large are we talking? Do we have precise measurements?
It should be coming into view just about... Whoa. It's big.
You can say that again. That is a bloody mega structure. If I had a spine, it'd be shivering.
Ha! I knew this would be exciting. Yakut, find us a place to set down.
On it.
It really is incredible.
Remember to turn on streaming, everyone?
Oh, I'm streaming.
Have I
alright.
ever mentioned that I hate flying? If our creators had intended us to fly, they'd have given us jetpacks.
And... touchdown.
All right, everybody. I'm sure you're all just as excited as I am, but let's at least have some semblance of order. Yakut, I want a map of the island and a molecular analysis of, well, everything. Melville, tell me what the giant pyramid does. The rest of us will start exploring.
Shouldn't the expedition leader stay at the VTOL?
Why do you hate fun, Al?
I don't hate fun. I'm just mildly suspicious of it.
Excellent. Then we can all go.
Explore the area. Will do. assuming there are
This
puzzles.
underground structure seems to be part of some kind of
In the open
transport
world.
system. No power, though.
Okay.
I'm not making any promises, but I might be able to fix the transport system. However, I don't like just randomly poking at things. That's how you get electrocuted. So please check the surrounding structures to see if you can find anything that might help me make sense of this stuff. Schematics, blueprints, a manual would be great.
I wonder if there's gonna be, yeah, I wonder if there will be puzzle solving in the open world. Or if it will be partitioned off.
Golden gates. I wonder what's behind those.
Indeed.
Has to be something special, right?
You know what would be special? An explanation.
Goodness, the cynic is really getting to me. Shut up. Okay. Oh, I know, dude, the Talos music is awesome. Magic flute? Beethoven? Chubur. Okay. YouTube, Beethoven, 5th Symphony, Pavel Jarvi. Her favorite conductor. Okay. Alright.
This seems different from the other structures. Older.
Have a look around, 1K.
Alright, we'll get there in a second. Вот это такая же музыка, Набелла. Послушай. Послушай.
Looks like they were running some sort of experiment here.
Нет, послушай это. What? Okay. Fragment from Stratton's On the Universe. Momentous. I grant you then that man is indeed like Talos and cannot escape his material nature. Despite the claims of metaphysics, as you have many times said. Too many perhaps. Repetition is the hard-headed. What does this tell us about the nature of the universe, which is what we were discussing? That is the next question we must undertake to answer. We begin with the self, because that is what determines our existence as individuals. But self cannot exist without that which surrounds it. The citizen lives within the city. The city lives within the cosmos. Now we must apply the principle we have discussed. If man is like a machine, could it be the universe similar in nature? And if so, what follows from the fact? Use of the term metaphysics in this context, like an area introduced in the Trebizond fragmentary Heracles. Uses superstition instead.
Thanks, 1K. Let's see what we've got here. The file format is the same one we use in New Jerusalem, although some parts aren't loading correctly. And it crashed. Hold on. There we go. Okay. You know what? I'll hack together a solution for the transport system.
Is that a Cockney accent, by the way? Can't tell, to be honest. Like, the way she says what, it's like, whoa. Just an overly posh South English one. Okay.
Am I in sleep mode, or did that thing just materialize out of thin air?
Melville, I want an analysis of that particle cloud.
On it. Anyone got a butterfly net?
Чего? Палочка. Шахматы. Ты хочешь играть в шахматы? Попозже. Со мной, окей? Попозже. Одна
Connecting the
нельзя.
transport system to our interface. Hold on.
Oh, goodness. Okay. Oh, okay, cool. Main puzzles, boss puzzles. Nice. All right. We start solving puzzles, baby. Let's go.
Taking 1K.
To that enclosed area in the eastern lowlands. I put all the information we have on the map screen. Check out your interface.
Heck yeah.
Thanks. We'll catch up with you soon, 1K.
This place is magnificent. Look at that tower. I wonder what it's for.
Puzzles. Two. What's that 2 represent? Area 2 or what? Anyway, let's go. RGB.
Is that a puzzle?
Why would there
Red,
be
green,
a
blue.
puzzle?
Shifting. Okay.
Let's solve it and find out.
Yeah, you better believe it. We're gonna
1K,
solve
go
it.
ahead.
I have a reoccurring nightmare just like this.
Okay, so this is a new mechanic. RGB converter. What does keep
That
connections
device was
mean?
not in the simulation.
What? Alright, so I've got to figure out this mechanic. What's this do? Find one of my sparks, and I will free the fire hidden in this labyrinth. Okay.
Looks like Prometheus has given us a way to circumvent some of these puzzles.
I don't want to circumvent anything. I want to solve every single one of them.
Backdoor. I guess the mythological Prometheus was kind of a trickster, so that tracks.
Okay. Well, I'm obviously missing something with this mechanic here. Keep connections. Oh, okay. It lets me keep the connections as I move it around. Got it. Huh. Alright, now I just have to, and so if I take it and then drop it, okay, got it. Alright, that's cool. So I can move it around while keeping the connection. That's new. Called a converter, but... Alright, I'm immediately feeling stupid for not... understanding what's going on here. Red. What am I missing? Obviously no hints. Not that anyone would do that, but... Yeah, I'm just not getting this. Just leave it there for now. Okay. Guess I have to solve things before I get through there. Reconnect. Okay, it's the same mechanic that I don't know how to use. I just don't understand this mechanic yet. What? Okay, this just lets me, probably lets me skip once I get tokens, whatever those are. Okay, I'm definitely feeling like an idiot here. I just straight up don't understand how this mechanic works. But when do I get the black lines? Okay, alright, well that's at least something different now. Okay, so we take red and green input and then it outputs blue. Okay, alright. Well, I mean, that's obviously a breakthrough because we got a different result. So if we take blue and green... Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, figured it out, but... Yeah, that was, I think that took me longer than it should have, but whatever. That's a cool new mechanic. Alright, so we need red output again. So we just take blue, green. Blue, green, do this here, hitting the wall. Okay. Cool. Alright, so we'll probably have to figure this out. Chua. Nice work, thanks. Definitely a harder game than Talos 1. Good. I mean, Talos 1 I would never say was easy. Like, the stars were difficult. Cadê a tampa, Annabella? Okay, 1 second, guys. Quer botar? Só pouco. А чего ты хочешь, Annabella? Я не понимаю. Что тебе надо? Okay. Alright, sorry about that. Yeah, so there were definitely some puzzles. I still haven't solved that one. I think it's called the Pit. Gehenna. I beat Gehenna, but I didn't solve the one puzzle. I think it's like the only one that I didn't solve. But like some of the puzzles were challenging. I think like 2 or 3 stumped me for... One of them in particular stumped me for like 3 days. Besides that, I think there were only a couple that stumped me for a couple of hours. For the most part, I got most of them pretty quickly. Alright, so we need red output. So obviously we give green, blue input. Now I don't understand yet how to use a second one. So we just tried this and it didn't work, but alright. So we get the red output, but it doesn't go here. So it's not behaving like a connector. Or it kind of does, but there's a difference. interesting. Okay, well, let's just try this and see what happens here. Just do that. Do this. What if I go here? Here. Here. Oh, that worked.
Whoa! I'm reading an enormous energy spike.
It's another particle cloud.
Okay. Prometheus! Come back! Alright, so I just kind of did this intuitively. I actually want to look at what I did. To get a better understanding. Чего? Chocolate? Oh, 1 second, I just want chocolate. Chut-chut.
I think the cloud's been absorbed by some sort of device.
Fascinating. Melville?
Yeah. I'll add it to the pile of weird stuff.
Скажи спасибо. Okay. Wouldn't mind some chocolate right now. It is the weekend. Heck yeah, man. Go for it. Alright, but yeah, like I said, I just wanted to... Did we get the red input first? And then, so we just needed to make sure that the last two inputs were green and blue, but it was attached to the red input also. The red emitter. Okay, so I think we're good there. I mean, as far as understanding it. From the baseline understanding, anyway. Alright, so now that we're here, we know what to do. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. And then the other is blue. Whoops. Go. And last green. Cool. Where was it again? There it is, right there. Okay, cool. So I think I needed to get through here, correct. Lovely. Woo! The world looks awesome.
I've been playing around with this machine that absorbs the particle clouds.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
As far as I can tell, it uses the energy of the particles to build giant tetrominos?
Excuse me?
It's another puzzle. Collect enough energy, build a bridge, access the tower. I think.
Yeah.
What is this? A theme park?
Maybe it's an experiment. A rat maze.
It seems like an echo of the simulation. Not a deliberate recreation, but built around the same core principles. Let's not jump to conclusions, though. What's clear is that this place was meant to be explored. So let's do that.
Alright, well, there's something there. We'll get to that later. Okay. Let's solve some puzzles. Castling. Ooh, it's a chess term. Where are the emitters? There we go. One emitter. Ah. Where's the blue receiver? Right here. Maisuke. Cookie. Chocolate and cookies? Не сейчас она была. Ты уже покушала шоколад. Okay. Now we need blue emitter and green. Blue and green. There's green. Where's blue? Yeah. Ты уже покушала шоколад. Wait, I don't need a blue emitter. What am I talking about? I'm getting distracted by my daughter. It's her fault. All right. Here. No, I do need blue. Or can I just use this? Hold on a second. Чего? Нет. Я сказал нет. It does not allow you just to do red, red. Here, I'll show you. But yeah, the output is this. Yeah, you need to do inputs. So it's not exactly like connectors from the previous game. So here we go. And that's what I figured, but am I missing something in here? Wait, hold on. Try this again. No, not there. Here. Okay, so that does output blue. Interesting. Alright, yeah. If you don't mind, keep it to yourself. I appreciate that. So obviously a breakthrough for me is needed here. There's no, I mean, it's not a matter of finding a hidden blue emitter. Wow. Oh, I will, yeah. Keep the chocolate and the solutions to yourself. Alright. Getting distracted again. Аннабелла, мама работает. What? Мама работает, скоро вернется, okay? Да. Okay. 1 second here. Need to be able to focus, and it's a little bit tough right now. All right. I mean, so okay, the idea. Oh my goodness, I can't even speak a full sentence. Чего? Секунду. Alright, sorry guys. Okay, so the idea that I have, I don't... Oh my goodness. What? Не сейчас, Annabella. I can't speak a sentence. Alright. I'm gonna try again. The idea that I have... I'm totally losing my train of thought. The idea that I have is to... get this out. So I've got the green out here, and now I've got to get the green and the red. But this needs to stay. Oh, wait. Keep connections. Hold on. Keep connections. I don't think I can move it here, though. So I have green and red. That's already what I had, but that's already what I had before. I completely lost my train of thought. It was to get the blue output out here. And I need blue and green. Think you're almost there? Oh my goodness. Hold on. Eso. It's just really tough when I keep breaking concentration and totally losing my train of thought. I think I actually had, I think I had the right idea in my mind, but... Alright. Okay. So, alright, so the idea is I need blue and green power out here. I'm gonna have to do something with keeping the connections. Obviously something needs to stay on this the whole time. Blue and green power here. This is gonna give me blue output. Yeah. Thing that's giving me trouble right now is how I keep this open. I mean, it has to be with the converter on there. Has to be. Okay. I'm probably gonna have to quit in the middle of this one here because it's just not working right now. These are definitely more challenging than the first puzzles from the previous game. No doubt about that. Okay. Alright, so yeah, something has to be on this. I don't think I stand on this. Because, you know, let's say even if I open the door, unless I create a redundant circuit, but even if I do this, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Go blue. So I would have to get this and this to create red. But it's interfering. Huh. Okay. And then this would need to hit green, and it would give me red, but it's going to interfere with this red. Hold on, that's... Yeah, this is... If this wasn't interfering, then it would work. I don't think there's any angle where this works. No, there isn't. Nope. Alright, I can't keep losing my concentration every two minutes here. I feel bad for just keeping her occupied with music. So I'm probably just gonna have to take a break right now. Yeah, sorry, I want to keep playing. I've got to take a break. She just, you know, keeps wanting stuff, and I don't blame her. She shouldn't be sitting in front of the TV for this long anyway. So, alright, I apologize, guys, but I'm gonna play some Annabella, Chibor. Okay. Подожди, alright? Yeah, alright, so sorry, but I'm gonna be playing Age with Brogue in roughly an hour or so. So I'm gonna take a break, hang out with my daughter, get something to eat, and then I'm gonna come back and play some Age, and then I'll be streaming more Talos either later this evening or tomorrow. Yeah, it's just the constant distractions are pretty difficult. Yeah, heck yeah, Dust, join us. I think Brogue wanted to play team games. So if you're down with that, let me know. But I'll be streaming again roughly an hour or so from now. So I'll see you guys then. GG's.